Welcome to another episode of Rooted in the Valley. Today we are so excited to be sitting down with Jade Kuehn. She is the owner and head coach at Alpine Fitness in McMinnville. What began in an RV is now a thriving fitness community in this beautiful building with over 280 members. Jade is originally from Alberta, Canada, and she built Alpine around the belief that fitness is achieved in a positive, healthy environment with a supportive community. Beyond her role as a business owner, Jade is known by many women as her coach, mentor, and their biggest cheerleader. Jade's also a mom of 2 school-age boys involved in competitive baseball, and she brings that same energy and care to her way she leads her family and her members. Alpine Fitness, and Lauren and I can attest to this as we are members, is not just a place to exercise, it's a place where women and men feel seen, encouraged, and empowered. So with that intro off the bat, Jade, thank you for spending time with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So a lot of people know you as their coach at Alpine Fitness, but before this community and this business began, tell us, who were you becoming at that point of your life?
Wow, that was like a big one. Right off the bat. Oh gosh. I started off as an actual cheerleading coach at Linfield University. So that's where I started my journey, my passion for encouraging women to be the best that they can. And that kind of morphed into fitness. These girls were, trying to compete and do things that required them to be physically fit. So a good portion of what we were trying to do was lots of exercising, lots of weight training, and being able to perform and do the job. So what started as a cheer coach job kind of morphed into more fitness-based coaching.
And so many people see in the community you've built and assume that it was just like a straightforward path. As you're stepping out of your comfort zone of a home gym into something larger than yourself, what felt uncomfortable or a possibility of failure at the time?
I think for me was setting boundaries for myself. People pleasing is a huge thing, especially as a mom at home. Is trying to say yes as much as you can. Setting those boundaries for myself and kind of making the job more black and white than gray kind of helped me empower myself to be the best that I can be, to be able to be a good leader for everybody in my class. So.
And did you see your own fitness journey morphing through that time? Have you always been this strong and fit, or how has your story changed?
I feel like fitness is, it goes in seasons. So, sometimes I'm peaking and feeling incredible, and other times, especially holiday time or, busy sports time, baseball season when you're on the road all the time. I have my moments of not feeling my very best, but I feel like fitness is a long, long journey as a whole. And so embracing every season of that was so important to me, and just knowing that it'll come back around. I think that was my thing. Before this style of fitness kind of came into my life, it was like you'd go to the commercial gym, you'd be there going so hard for 6 months, then you'd get sick, or it would be the holidays, and then you kind of lose that fire, and then it's 4, 5, 6 months before you get it back. Having this community is just like coming home, even if you miss a week or two to an illness or whatever, it's like, the second you get back in here, it's like just getting right back.
Just get going.
Yeah, just get going instead of feeling so daunting.
And I'm thinking of it yesterday morning when we were all working out and you were doing a shoulder press, and the whole class is turned around like cheering you on, like you're our cheerleader, but you're also teaching us to like cheer on everyone and our leader. And it's just so fun to like watch you work out with us sometimes, because it also makes us work out harder.
It is important to push harder than you think you can. And so, and I feel like that's a learned skill as well. You can work out all day long and, get so many reps of something, but if you're not getting to that failure point, and to watch someone else do it, it's kind of like, that's where we're supposed to be. That's what we're doing. Okay. So, it is. It's so just fun. Nice. And then I've seen a lot of women be inspired by each other, which is incredible. And everybody's achieving their own goals. And it kind of is like, well, maybe I could do that. So group fitness for me is just
Yeah.
like set my whole world on fire.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So that really leads us into confidence building. It's not just about coaching physical bodies, but coaching confidence. So when did you realize that women weren't just coming here for a fitness class, but were starting to get more out of it?
I would get messages in the beginning of women who would leave my class and then go home and achieve things at home that they didn't think they could. Whether it be, challenging their son to a push-up contest.
Yeah.
Or even just simple things like getting up off the floor or going for a walk with their brand new baby in the stroller. Those types of achievements are monumental. They may seem small when you don't think about it a whole lot, but then you come in here, you achieve something, and then you go out into the world and it becomes something really magical. Another one was, with your partner, you come in here and you gain this incredible confidence and you feel refreshed and renewed. I think it makes you kind of go home and you're kind of a new person and maybe can give more of yourself to your family and your partner. And I think that's really magical as well.
Yeah. What do you think women in their 30s and 40s, I see a big group of that age group here. What do you think we are really craving the most when we walk through these doors?
Oh gosh. I feel like being seen is important, as you get older and you at that age, if you've got kids in the home, they're kind of in the spotlight and you're kind of fading in the background and you're kind of like support staff. Coming in here to really kind of test your limits and achieve things that you never thought you could, and then have someone acknowledge you and see you and celebrate you, I think is incredible. Especially former athletes, I have found, as soon as those sports stop, after high school sports, even college sports, nobody's really teaching women how to walk into a commercial gym and lift weights, and really make a difference. You walk into a gym and you're the whole, even if you had a plan, is interrupted by someone using your equipment or so you just end up on a treadmill. And then you walk out, and that's what happens for months and months and months. The most important thing for aging women is weight training, bone density, muscle mass. That's what's keeping us young. And so the treadmill just doesn't cut it anymore. So I think finding a place where, you're encouraged to try things, even if you're going to fail, and to really, really push when normally you wouldn't.
Yeah, I resonate with that about being a competitive athlete when maybe it's been 20 years since you were actually competing. And I've only found that again when I'm testing myself on box jump or pull up of, can I do this? I want to do this. It feels really good.
A lot of mental challenge as well. And I think overcoming and kind of pushing through that ceiling, you leave here and you're like, what else can I do?
Kind of sets you for your day.
Yes.
And then, or at your end of the day, because you also have night classes. So it's nice for me, I start my days, but it's also nice, I know, from a lot of other moms to end their day with a stress reliever. And it's also nice to be able to okay, I can come here, I know it's going to be on the board, Jade's there to ask questions and get your workout done. And if, a lot of women, we're always in our head of fear of judgment of other people and not knowing what to do certain things, so I'll just skip it if I feel like I don't really
feel
know.
comfortable.
But now I feel like I could go into Planet Fitness and be like,
and know exactly
I know what that is. Jade taught me that. So it gives you more confidence in that. You talk a lot about accountability, but not in a harsh way or a punishment way. How do you define health accountability, especially for women who are carrying a lot on their plate?
So my big thing is other people knowing that you are coming there. I don't know why, for me, that always, it was not peer pressure by any means, but a little bit of I would pull up to a commercial gym and nobody knew. Nobody knew. I could have turned around and driven away and no one would have said, hey, you were supposed to be there at 10 a.m. Where were you?
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of power in making the reservation, scheduling it into your day, and then you know that your coach knows that you said you'd be there. And it's almost like, darn. I've had a lot of women say also about my cancellation fee. They're like, had there not been a fee,
I know,
I would have just slept in. And I'm thinking, okay,
it's good.
I mean, it's just those little things that turn out to be just monumental for the long term.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I definitely resonate with that.
Yep. As two people who didn't come this morning and got charged.
In all fairness, Keene was having a low. But yeah, I think it's like I think also there's a community in each class that you have, like your 5 a.m. class you've had for a long time, it's the same group. The 6 a.m. class is the same people, and you build like a community within it.
Absolutely.
And so it's like people you look forward to seeing like every day.
Yes.
Like, it's just fun.
And on that note, these women are also, someone may just really, really want to pull up.
Yeah.
And you maybe thought, well, I would never could never do a pull up.
Yeah.
That's not part of my goals, my dreams, whatever. But then you watch your friend and you cheer for them, and you think, maybe that is a possibility for me. And all of a sudden it's now part of your routine.
Right.
And in, 6 months you were doing a pull-up when that was never part of the plan, ever.
Yeah.
So I think just coming here, seeing your friends kind of achieve really,
Well, you're
really cool
double
things.
dipping things that are good for you, which is movement and socializing, fun.
yes.
Outside of like play dates, like
Yes.
because a lot of the time it's like when you see your friends, you're like with your kids or you're at a sporting event.
Or you're at the bar. Like, can we stop with can we go get drinks?
Yeah.
Let's not get drinks.
Yeah.
Let's go
to the gym.
Go to the gym, get a
Yeah.
workout. The music's good.
Yeah.
The vibes are good.
Yeah.
And it's not like I'm like yelling at anybody to stop talking.
Yeah.
I love when people, sometimes that's the only motivation you need is like, you need a vent session with your girlfriend, on the treadmill.
Yeah.
Like that's
So
like
fun.
so important. To me, it just makes such a well-rounded event, for your day, rather than waking up with a hangover.
Right. You are raising 2 boys, young men. They're competitive athletes, and they're watching their mom coach, lead, grow herself. What do you hope they learn about strength from you?
Man, I think that it comes and it goes. And so don't ever stop. Don't ever quit. My parents, athletes, they're approaching their 80s. My dad walks the dogs every day. He weight trains, goes on runs. I would love to see that for my son. So just staying with it. It may morph into, from sports to gym to karate or, whatever. Just make that always be a part of your routine, your life, whether it be bodybuilding or training for a half marathon or something. Just make it part of your identity. So when you are approaching 80, you are healthy, you're cognitively sound. You are there for your kids and passing those along. Make it generational. That's my only goal for my sons in fitness is that they continue forever and pass it along to their kids. Because at the end of the day, the health is all we have.
That's all we have.
Yeah.
When you're setting a good example for them, and at Alpine, creating opportunities for other members to set an example for their kids, and even introducing youth classes.
Yes.
You have introduced some new coaches and youth lineups. That sounds pretty exciting.
Very exciting. Yeah. Coach DJ Alexander is going to be hosting a powerlifting and sports performance. Chad Jones does an excellent job with sports performance as well, with a focus on baseball. I've got 2 bodybuilding coaches, Christopher Burton and Megan Egley, who are available for anybody that's interested in, just kind of putting on some mass and just improving their health through that sense. So just offering those up was really important to me. And then for the little guys, we've got our youth class
So fun.
series, which is always a blast. The kids just bounce. It's like a jungle gym in here, but they're also learning some, what parts of muscles are. We talk about the bicep and the tricep and your quads. And so just to learn that and make it part of regular conversation from a young age, I think is so important. So when they're, in high school, they can be like, I did this when I was 9 years old.
Yeah.
I've been here. I've done that. Instead of feeling so intimidated,
Right.
they will have had some experience.
And learn the proper technique.
Yeah, exactly.
And also have like the routine of, because like before I joined Alpine, I did not work out. Like I was a swimmer growing up, and I also played tennis. But once I had crew, I was like, it wasn't even like on my radar to work out, because I didn't. Again, I would go to Plant Fitness not knowing what I was doing. And so, but now he's like, "Did you go to the gym today?" Like he holds me
I love
accountable.
that.
Like so it's also good for like your kids to see us as moms or dads, like create those routines for us and show that it is important to like go to the gym and move your body. And
Absolutely.
I think a lot of that gets, they don't really know our day to day, but the crew knows I go to the gym every morning.
I love that.
And I love that, especially for him. So
It's so important.
Yes.
And when you think like as athletes, we create habits, right?
Yeah.
And the whole time that we have, our personal habits, we're working out maybe once, maybe twice a day.
Yeah.
You're getting in your daily doubles for your sports. Whatever. Then that all stops, but the habits at home, so nutrition, all of those types of things, just those types of habits stay the same, but you're removing all of that activity.
Yeah.
And so these, I went through it as well. I gained the typical 15, 20 pounds after sports and went, what do I do? I don't even know where to begin. And so I would end up at the commercial gym, and then I, learned more and more about proper nutrition and, protein and carbs and what all that did for me. And then it kind of leveled out. But man, that first, after sports are over and the habits are all the same as they were, like a whole bag of Doritos and a 2 liter of soda didn't even wasn't even a thing,
Right.
because you were so active.
Right.
That all fades. And now,
and
so
now you have to work through it.
so these kids, I feel like they'll grow up kind of understanding the importance of it all.
Right. And as women continue to change through perimenopause, menopause, even having the nutrition and the workouts, things are still changing.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
so I want to shift a little bit to change is not really a shocking part of life. It's constant.
Yes. Yeah.
But it's more of how we respond to it.
Absolutely.
So what would you say to a woman who feels like things are shifting in her life and she's unsure of how to take ownership of the next chapter?
I would say really learn your body. I think that having a naturopath, really doing a full body check, I think that is important. There's so many hormonal things going on. I think it's a really important piece. But then just staying consistent, even though you may not be seeing the results right away. And everybody says just stack days,
Right.
and you'll get to where you're trying to go. Ask questions. Always be asking questions. We hold so much knowledge. Megan Egley, who's a IFBB pro bodybuilder, I mean, she's got all the answers on proper nutrition, how to fuel your body for the workouts that you're doing, and to maximize the effort that you're putting out.
Yeah.
And so just learn, constantly be learning, constantly be asking, because we are changing consistently, constantly. You go to get on the in-body scale and you have to enter your information, your age, your weight, your height. Your age and your weight are fluctuating, your weight's fluctuating, your age is changing all the time. So those numbers are always going to be adjusting. So just staying present with it,
Right.
staying, just knowing your body.
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of women that are listening are moms and that are here at Alpine, and they've had kids, they're busy and they're working, and they might not feel like themselves right now. If someone wants to start feeling better without overhauling their life, what are the top 3 nutrition changes you would start recommending to them?
Prioritize protein over everything. So typically every female's shooting for around 120 grams of protein. Get that. Don't worry about the rest. There's so much, but that's so important. Second one, a gallon of water every day. Gallon of water. So if that takes
a lot of water.
it is a lot of water.
drink,
But you know what it ends up doing is satiating cravings. So when you're feeling hungry for a snack or something sweet or something salty, typically what's happening if you've been eating, good meals all day is you are dehydrated. But your body thinks that you're hungry. It's kind of gives that same feeling. So I tell everybody, drink 8 ounces of water first, sit for 20 minutes, and if you're still hungry, have a snack. But typically, it's a dehydration. Yeah.
Okay.
So a gallon of water. Third, on nutrition, eating enough carbs. People think the carb is like the biggest enemy, and it is so important. So carbs are your fuel. That's what keeps you awake, alert, being able to focus, being able to think even. We have been kind of taught that carbs are the enemy, keto or Atkins or whatever these things are, where you just want to be the lowest carb. Sure, your body will thin out, but mainly what that's doing is pulling water out of your skin, because that's what the carbohydrates do. They kind of fill your muscles. So you lose weight right away, but then the second the weekend comes and you end up letting yourself have the pizza, you're right back to where you started. So if you're consistently eating the right amount of carbs, your body will feel so energized, like superpower almost. You'll wake up feeling alert. So you combine water, proper carbohydrates, and protein, you are golden. But start with the protein. Always start with it.
What's one common mistake that you see that women make when they're trying to get healthy?
Not eating enough.
Not eating enough.
Literally not eating enough.
Calories.
Yes. Yep. So it's a Monday. You're starting off really strong. You are on your meal plan and you've got it dialed right. Now come Tuesday, you had a really stressful day at work. And so it creeps a little bit, right? Wednesday, you were on the go all day. So you barely ate. You maybe got in one meal. Come Thursday, you are so out of whack. You're starving. You're hungry. Now we're tired because we've not eaten properly for the last 3 days.
She's describing our lives.
So what ends up happening is you binge on the things that are the worst for you.
Because you're so hungry
You're
and
so
desperate.
hungry
so
and
stressed.
tired.
Yeah.
And by now you're dehydrated. So now your body is like thinking that you're starving. And now come Friday, you've pretty much given up. And then it's the weekend.
Yeah.
So now it's like
Starting your-
you pull out all the stops, you do it all over again. Now you're back to Monday. Everything's on point. And then it's just this cycle.
Yeah.
So is meal prep really the answer to this?
Meal prep is amazing. Eating, if you can find just a handful of healthy meals that you like, that are easy, that you can do over and over
again.
is like key. It really is so important. I think we get caught up in like trying to, spice things up and do recipes and stuff, which is really fun and great, but maybe save those special ones, still healthy, but the special ones for the weekends.
Right.
And keep the week just consistently pretty boring.
Right.
So it's easy and it's accessible.
Yeah.
Okay, is this a good lunch that I've been taking to work? I buy one of those rotisserie chickens in the bag and a little microwavable minute rice thing.
Yes.
And I have the chicken and the rice at work.
Amazing. Now, my
plus.
question is that enough? That would be my question.
No.
So,
Then I eat other things.
so maybe double the rice. Probably add a little more chicken. I'm gonna guarantee you, if you're giving me your hands like this, you're showing me these little things, you're probably gonna want to double that. Yeah, and then do that 4 times a day.
Oh.
It's a lot
of food.
It's a lot of food, and if you get consistent with that, you will not want anything else. You will be so full on the right things that the snacks and all of that you just can't even.
Water a day.
Yeah.
And if we're drinking that much water.
Yeah, you've got your water, your appropriate portion sizes of the right things. You're golden.
Something else that I've heard you talk about too is more lifting versus cardio. Like I feel like people, at least for me, like I always thought the more cardio, like the better.
Oh.
But if you're eating more, this is what I've heard from you. If you're eating more and more protein and then also like heavy lifting and you're consistently improving each time, that you'll see results faster that way.
So what ends up happening is you eat the right things. It gives you the energy to lift heavy. So not necessarily the cardio. Cardio is great, but the more muscle mass you have on your frame, the more calories you are burning during the day.
Right.
So if you have very little muscle mass and you're eating, a moderate diet, you're not really going to make a difference. You're going to probably just hit maintenance. You're going to just stay the same. So if you are eating properly for your activity level, getting that energy out of it, then coming over here and going to failure on your lifts, lifting
Right.
till you're like, can't lift anymore. It will end up building your muscle, and then your muscle will eat up more of the calorie, the more
Right.
muscle you have. That's what ends up using the most calories. So if you don't have a lot of it, the calories just go to...
Have to have the calories to support the
You have
muscle
to.
growth.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you're coming in here and you're feeling tired, you're feeling very fatigued, and it's a 50% effort in here every single day, you're maintaining. You're not really going to change a
You're
whole
going
lot.
to see progress.
Yeah.
That's
know.
good.
Sorry.
That was fine.
Okay, so follow-up question. So you're a woman who you're doing at least 50%.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
putting effort into it, but you want to go next level. What are the things that high performers do? You just shared about the protein, but high performers, serious athletes, what are they doing that maybe most people think is, oh, that's extreme, but makes the biggest difference?
Meal prepping.
Meal prepping.
Everything you make is just, you're doing a crock pot on a Sunday night, and it's, all of these healthy, and then you've got the boxes lined up and you're filling with all the chicken. Some people call that extreme, but really it's just creating habits, creating consistency and ease. Like it's so easy once you get it done.
Right. Tracking.
Tracking calories, yes. In order to lose body fat, you have to be in a deficit. Some people they think that's just too much work. It's too hard. There's a lot of really great apps out there that you can go and see. And basically, I like to think of it as a tool for just knowledge.
Yeah.
Nothing to obsess over. But sometimes we put things into our bodies that we didn't realize were an excess of calories that maybe shouldn't be a daily thing. Maybe it's just a treat for the weekend. And you go and add all of that up during the day, and you're like, holy smokes, I had no idea I was eating 2,500 calories every day, and my body's only burning 1,800, 1,900 calories.
Right.
Now you're in a surplus, and you're getting nowhere.
I also have heard you talk about sleep.
Sleep is very important. Very important. Again, that's...
How do you get enough sleep? Because you wake up really early.
I go to bed really early.
What time?
I do. I lay down about 8 o'clock, and then I'm kind of lights out, 8:30, 9 o'clock. That's when our bodies repair.
Right.
That's when they rebuild. That's when they do the most work on repairing the damage that you do in here. So when you come into the gym, you're not really building anything. You're not building anything in here. You're doing literally the exact opposite. You lift a weight, into that failure, you reps, you get the repetitions, you're actually putting little micro tears into your muscle fibers, and you break it down. So then you eat your protein, you get the proper nutrition in, and then you sleep, also adding in vitamins and your water. Your body is like powerhousing, repairing all of those little micro tears that you've created here. And so now you've gone from muscles that are like this, then you put the holes in, and now they rebuild and fill in those little holes. Now your muscle's a little bit bigger. Then you come in, you do it again and again. So that's how we build. So sleep, nutrition. So you would do the breakdown here, sleep for your body to rebuild, food to fill it in.
Right. Like it's not just in the gym that you're building muscle.
Right. Yeah. Oh, you were literally building all day long. All day long if you're fueling properly and sleeping.
Yeah. What can you tell us that maybe most people don't know about what's to come with Alpine? What's your vision, or what's a tidbit of what's coming next?
I would love to expand. I would love to also the HIIT classes are amazing. That's my passion. That's like my soul. I will forever do my HIIT classes. And but commercial gym space would be really cool. I think it would be amazing to offer the community everything.
Right.
Just everything. You could come, you could do a class, you could also come and just do a lift with machines and and those types of things. Also maybe like cold plunge sauna, a little bit of like therapy would be really cool.
Yes.
I've got Mel Bartlett, who's incredible PT, who puts on her mobility clinics, who's incredible. Megan Egley and I are going to be doing our nutrition class this coming Sunday. So just kind of, it's like a one-stop shop. I would love for that to be like, you can come here and get everything you want. So, you know, yoga or Pilates maybe down the road, you know, those types of things just added to like a whole schedule of
That would
things.
be amazing.
Yeah, that's the ultimate goal. We'll see if that comes to fruition. We're really hoping. And I think with this community, it'd be really hard to not get there. I feel like it's just
it's for sure.
It's the next thing. I mean, everybody is so supportive and believe in the mission so much that I think that it would be, I think we're unstoppable. I really do. So.
What did you like imagine doing as like a career? Like, were you thinking of doing anything else, or have you always
had nothing? I wanted to be a mom.
Oh,
That was it. I wanted to have babies and just raise kids.
Yeah.
And then, you know, athletic background. I got, you know, recruited to coach and started there. And so, I mean, sports have always been a part of my life. Yeah. Always. But after the coaching jobs, I thought, that's my calling. That's where I need to be. And so adding in the fitness piece was like, I would have never, I don't know. I mean, I've always liked to work out, but owning a gym was not really on the table until it was. And then I was like full force. I had to do it. So fun.
Well, you are living out your calling. You are impacting so many women's and men's lives in McMinnville. We're so proud of you. You are part of what makes McMinnville such a special community to live in, to raise a family, to do business here. We're grateful to know you, and thank you for being our coach.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm honored.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching this episode of Rooted in the Valley. We are so excited to continue featuring businesses and community members who play an important role in the Valley. So we'll see you next time, and thanks for watching.